open 24 hours. We've got the winning lineup, hot coffee, ice cold drinks, and tasty snacks, plus daily specials smoked fresh in our smoker. Need a pit stop? Our bathrooms are the cleanest around, and our friendly staff always makes you feel like part of the home team. Don't get sidelined. Score big on convenience at Speedy Mart, Greenwood.
Visit Wayne State College and you're likely to hear,
I got this.
From students pursuing their careers in nursing.
I got this.
Or in our business and industrial technology programs.
I got this.
Or in NCAA athletics.
You got this.
And you're likely to hear,
I got this.
From students pursuing their careers in nursing.
I got this.
Or in our business and industrial technology programs.
I got this.
Or in NCAA athletics.
You got this.
And especially at graduation.
I got this.
With 130 programs of study, manageable costs, and automatic scholarships for all first-time freshmen, you'll be saying,
I'm so doing this.
Get started at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
My family's been farming since the early 1900s, and it's still where we like to call home. I get to go out to the field. I get to see farmers. When they have someone that actually experienced it, they're more willing to open up and talk to you a lot more. They just kind of become a part of you.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The HEI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Bryce, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Rookie. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
It's the Declaration of Deal sales event. Head to William Crowder Company in O'Neill, your trusted Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership with the selection you want and the service you deserve. From powerful new Ram trucks to adventurous Jeeps and family-ready SUVs. William Crowder Company is also your local marine center, featuring Lund boats built for fishing, fun, and making memories on the water, with several options for the serious fisherman or woman. William Crowder Company in O'Neill. Drive it, tow it, boat it, and love it.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
When quality matters, it starts at Scotty's Ranchland Foods in Valentine. They're known for the highest quality beef, carefully aged to perfection, alongside fresh, vibrant produce, and a deli famous for fresh, never frozen fried chicken. It's quality you can see. Home of Scotty's Meat RX. Scotty's Ranchland Foods in Valentine, Nebraska. A better cut every time.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game. Ignite the fire and find peace. And by the Seed House in O'Neill, Nebraska, a seed for every need. This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. The 2026 NSAA state basketball coverage on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. And by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena Class A semifinal number 2. Coming your way right now, and it's between Papillion La Vista South and Bellevue West. Brandon Axemet, Andy Klassen, and Michael Shively with you. An amazing game that we just saw between Westside and Lincoln Southwest. The top-seeded Warriors go down. Who will get the Silverhawks, Andy? Will it be the defending champs of Papillion La Vista South or a perennial power and a program that's won 3 in the last 5 years in Bellevue West?
All the defending champs, right? This might turn into a track meet. Both teams like to get out and run, push the tempo. We're in store for a good one.
Let's jump right into the players that you need to know about. First off, for Bellevue West, we're going with Bryce Johnson, the junior, a guard who can do just about everything, averaging 15 points a game.
15 points a game, but those 6 assists is what really differentiates him from a scoring guard compared to most other guards. Coach Klein said at the beginning of the season, as he goes, we go.
Well, similarly for Papillion La Vista South, they go as Levi Webb goes, the junior's averaging 19 a contest. He does just about everything as well.
Yeah, just a hair under 20 points per game, and Nate, no bones about it, he is their emotional leader. Wears his emotions honestly, really gets his team energized, and when you have a team full of shooters, he does a really good job of finding them when he is that guard, the point guard.
This matchup brought to you by Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need them. Papillion La Vista South, the defending champs, taking on perennial powers Bellevue West. Don't go anywhere. We'll hear more from Michael Shively when we return.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at customsportscode.com.
My family's been farming since the early 1900s, and it's still where we like to call home. I get to go out to the field. I get to see farmers. When they have someone that actually experienced it, they're more willing to open up and talk to you a lot more. They just kind of become a part of you.
When your plumbing needs attention, trust the experts at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. No matter the size of the job, John Henry's brings extensive expertise to handle everything your home's plumbing system requires. So whether your drain is clogged, your water heater needs an upgrade, or you want to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, we're here for you. Reach out to us today and discover why, since 1996, we've proudly served families as the most reliable plumbing company in the Lincoln area. John Henry's, our family serving yours since 1996.
These are two teams, two coaches that know each other well. They met back on January 23rd. It was a 65-63 win for Papillion La Vista South, a team that started the season slow, got that win, and finished strong. But it was Bellevue West who started strong in that game, led after each quarter heading to the final period. Levi Webb finished with 27 points and was the difference in the ball game. Both coaches remember that game well. For Papillion La Vista South today, they need to be elite in getting back and have exquisite shot selection. For Bellevue West, they know their opponent is going to play really good defense. They want to accelerate the pace in this game. Lots of seniors on the court for the final time. We have some seniors in the stands for the final time. How are the Titans going to do today?
We're going to do great!
Lots of energy in the gymnasium ahead of this Class A state semifinal on News Channel Nebraska.
It's not just about the shoe. It's about your fit.
What sets Fleet Feet aside from everything else that we've experienced is my girls being runners. They have very different needs. And so that technology with the scanning and the personal touches is just unmatched. I met Lori almost 16 years ago, and when I saw Lori open this, I knew there was no other place that I wanted to go to have someone help me with my footwear and everything else involved with running. Fleet Feet doesn't just fit your shoes, they fit your life.
Fleet Feet Lincoln. Find your fit today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Wayne State College, devoted to student success for more than 100 years. And by Crotter Auto, William Crotter Company and Crotter Home Center in O'Neill, Nebraska.
Behind every switch you flip, innovation is at work. NPPD is using advanced technology to generate and deliver the reliable energy you've come to expect. Like AI-driven platforms to optimize energy generation, drones for infrastructure inspection, advanced metering for faster outage detection, and helping advance carbon capture and sequestration technologies. It's not just electricity we are delivering, it's innovation. Powering the state, empowering your life. Nebraska Public Power District.
Welcome back. Let's jump right in to our school spotlight. Here, as we get ready for Bellevue West, Papillion La Vista South. First off for the Thunderbirds. Wow. They're one of the standards, Andy, when it comes to Class A basketball in the state. State titles, 7 of them, as mentioned, 3 in the past 5 years. Most recently in 2004. They've been to state now 24 times.
You know, I was at that game in the year 2000, and one of their coaches, Michael Jenkins, was the 2 guard. He's a phenomenal guard. What a resource to have on the sideline there as an assistant coach for the Thunderbirds.
Flip side for Papillion La Vista South, far from the standard that Bellevue West has set, but they're setting their own standard.
Yes,
Returning
sir.
state champs, they've been here 6 times now, and again, they won it all in 2025 last year by defeating Westside 56-52 in that state final game.
Yeah, they just haven't been at it as long as Bellevue West, but they're building a tradition. They've always been a fine baseball school. They've had a lot of success volleyball-wise. Now you're starting to see that type of success really bleed on over to the football and obviously the basketball team here. It's like winning likes to be around winnings.
Funny how that works as we jump into our map. How do we get here? Both teams dropping down from the metro, less than an hour away, both for Papillion La Vista South and Bellevue West. 60 miles to 47 miles, respectively, on their road down here to Lincoln at Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Yeah, a little bit of a cluster around Lincoln and Omaha, which that's to be expected. The vast majority of Class A schools are from those 2 areas.
Now a look at our officiating crew for the afternoon. Najee Jackson, Christopher Wright, Kirby Wells, we know these guys.
Yep.
Jason Harstick as well.
Harstick going to be our bench official. And, you know, tip a cap to the crew we just had. That was a tough physical game. I thought they did a fantastic job keeping pace but allowing for the flow of the game to develop.
Getting a look at our starting lineups brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Brady Alderson, the starter, alongside Levi Webb, who leads the way with 19. Grant Beckenauer, Connor Falkenberg, who adds 15 points a game as well, and Kenyon Slobodny, your 5 starters for the Titans.
All 5 of those guys are prone to just go off beyond the arc. You got a list of sharpshooters for these Titans.
And you have the Thunderbirds. 1 senior in the starting lineup, but some youth. Braden Morrow, Bryce Johnson, Keaton Melcher Smith, and Parker, as I mentioned. You have 4 of those players averaging double figures, 11, 15, 11, 10. Smith adds 7 as well.
You know, you got the returning 4 starters, but they also gave up a lot of height, losing some of their post presence to graduation last year. They also were able to make that run to the state tournament last year. It kind of, you know, it felt like maybe they were a year ahead. Now they're right back on track. Back-to-back tournament appearances, and when you know it, planning on going on another run, winning that opening first-round game, looking to make it 2 in a row here.
Papillion La Vista South entering this one 18-6. Bellevue West 21-5.
This is going to be a lot of fun because both teams, you know, their strengths are in the open court, getting out into transition. They want to push the pace. You're going to see just how fast-paced a basketball game can be. Bellevue West has been doing it for a long time. Papillion La Vista West, a lot of success as of the last couple of years, looking to continue that success here at the Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Well, the wait's about over. We're ready to go. Again, we're hoping this one, if it's half as exciting as the game we just saw, we're going to be in for a treat. As the Titans are trying to return to the state final for the 2nd consecutive year.
Coach Joel Heiser been word that he might be retiring after the year. And unlike the previous game, the very tall, lengthy, strong post presence of Westside against the strong backcourt, the guards of Lincoln Southwest. This is a lot of forwards, a lot of two guards, a lot of shooting guards. This is strength on strength. These two teams match up well against one another. Not much of a contrast.
Glad that you're with us here on News Channel Nebraska. Semifinal Friday from Pinnacle Bank Arena, Class A. Matchup number 2. We'll get to Class B tonight. Who will get Lincoln Southwest? There's a good start. Levi Webb from downtown.
5-out offense, motion offense, getting right into that three-point shot right away.
Well, answer right back, Bryce Johnson. Those are the two players we highlight. Like we know what we're doing.
I mean, those two shots were so true.
All right, Falkenberg.
Yep.
Wants to get in on it.
Falkenberg was fighting for position on that opening possession that time, showing you he has some range to his game as well.
There's a kick to Johnson this time from the corner. We are a perfect 4 for 4 from the field, from downtown between the two teams.
And I mean, these are from different spots, different sets. Wow.
And there's a lane to the rack basket and the foul for Kenyon Slobodny.
Yeah, the help defense just got there a little too late. If he makes this, how many three-point plays will we have?
We're only scoring in threes here.
A little bit to be expected when these two teams match up.
There is the three-point play.
So 5 3-point plays in a row. Back to back to back to back to back to start the game.
Less than 90 seconds in. Johnson taking on Webb.
This is a very welcome sign for Thunderbirds fans. Johnson heavily involved on the offensive end right out of the gate.
Webb trying to look inside. Thought about pulling the trigger, now Beckenauer with it. Fade away for Beckenauer. We had our first miss. Beckenauer's called for the reach.
And you notice the ball got a little sticky there on the Titans. That's uncharacteristic. They usually move that ball around fairly well throughout the shot clock. Take a look at head coach Heiser. When the ball does get sticky and you start to see that flow, that's where they have problems, breakdowns offensively. That's great defense right there. Johnson nowhere to go with it, left his feet. Didn't take long for Levi Webb to flip the script.
They are getting a look at Joel Heiser, 23rd year, the only coach that the boys program at Papillion La Vista South has ever known. When the school started in 2003, he was the head coach and has been ever since. And again, back to that state championship he talked about being so rewarding after putting in 2+ decades with this program, as there's another bucket for Webb.
There's just no defending that. Step back, fade away, jumper.
Swat on the other end. That's Slobodny denying the hoop.
Morrow thought he had the pass. Denied.
Slobodny rips it down, gets tied up with Parker.
You're going to get the jump call.
Possession arrow, Thunderbirds.
Slobodny trying to be real strong with the ball, actually was able to get the defender to go over the top here. Nice ball movement.
Instant replay brought to you by the Lincoln Airport.
Well, Parker kind of proved that he had his mitts on it the way he rotated it over.
Johnson kept it alive, got it to Melcher. Just a little heavy on the three. Falkenberg in the corner, back around to Beckenauer.
Stepped into that three-pointer, looked good.
Parker grabbed the rebound quickly up the other way. Morrow lowers the shoulder, gets it to Melcher. We, of course, remember Keaton Melcher, our first broadcast of the winter. Norris at Bellevue West, he hit the go-ahead three.
Was there like 4 seconds to go?
4 seconds to go.
Deep three. It looked like the offense kind of broke down.
Just a sophomore, but very capable shooter. As this will stay here.
Provided a fun post-game interview, too. Player of the game interview. He was amped up, rightfully so.
I actually think after he hit the three, I think Coach Klein or someone had to grab him and calm him down because the game hadn't quite ended yet. Likes the fire that he brings.
Yep. And we're going to see Norris a little later, too.
We are. Later tonight, final game of the evening. Hosting Scotts Bluff. Not hosting, facing Scotts Bluff, I should say. Webb works it inside. Great pass. Slobodny with 5 already.
Little miscommunication defensively. 2 defenders sticking with the ball.
Morrow. Out to Kyrie Smith, back to Morrow. Good look inside. That's Jacob Coyer. And he traveled.
Yep.
Shot won't count.
Oh, that was a nice entry pass, too. Just a little shuffle of the feet from Coyer. Another one of these juniors. Do you think Bellevue West is going to have kind of loading up for next season?
Well, they have 3 seniors on the roster, one of them starting. So I think they'll be all right. To your question, does they have an offensive foul?
Alderson extending that bar arm out.
First foul on Alderson. 3 now, or under 3 to go. But it actually looks like they gave it to Slobodny for the moving screen, so no foul to Alderson, 1 to Slobodny, 13-8. Here in the first, spin move Johnson taking on 3 defenders. Slobodny got a piece of it.
He's been caught a couple times there with nowhere to go in the lane.
Webb showing off his handles.
Oh boy.
And there's the pass. Great look. Nice shot, Alderson.
Yeah, just a really nice rhythm, really nice flow to that entire possession.
Quickly up the other way. Good patience by Parker.
There's no time to feel good about yourself on the offensive end. Bellevue West is looking to push.
Webb spinning and fading away. Literally putting on a clinic right now.
You can't defend that fadeaway.
You got to scramble for it. And it's a jump. Possession arrow Titans. 1:52 left in this first quarter. It's brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic in Norfolk, where they're building a legacy one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day. Seven-point advantage for the Titans. Bell West doing some full court pressure. They have a couple of subs come in. Boom, Doc, one of them, in for the Titans. As you have Alderson getting to the rack.
Alderson, one of those senior guards, heady guards. snags a rebound, draws a foul.
Fouls on Carson Schultz, who recently checked in for the Thunderbirds. Now we have Beckenauer re-entering for the Titans.
Bell West going to try and put on some full court man-to-man pressure. Officials giving Johnson a warning.
Him and Webb just getting acquainted or reacquainted. Now Webb's going to go all the way to the rack. 9 points already for Levi Webb.
And he just makes that look way too easy. I mean, he had to allow for the initial defender to blow by at half court. Then he just kind of rode his coattails all the way to the rim.
Johnson guarded by Webb. Webb is called for the reach.
That's Bryce Johnson so good with the drive. Just threatens baseline, comes back around.
Inbound to Parker. 8-second difference between the shot and game clock here as we round out the first Class A semifinal basketball on News Channel Nebraska. Morrow can't get the turnaround jumper.
Titans doing just enough defensively, you know. Staying in front of the guards. Altering the shot. Webb's going to enter back into the game. The 6'3" junior that we talked about during the pregame. Well, it just feels like, you know, the Thunderbirds, they need to get some stops here. They're down 11.
Titans shooting at a very high clip here in the opening 8 minutes. That one misses the rim entirely.
But to your point, Brandon, it's not just one thing. You know, it's not just the three-point shot. It's not just a fadeaway. It's not just a 15. It's everything. They're getting to the rim. They're working the ball around, really utilizing their entire offensive arsenal.
One final heave here for Bell West. We head to the second. Papillion La Vista South with a double-digit lead, 21-10. Your score, the Titans and defending Class A champs rolling. After the first 8 minutes, you're watching Class A semifinal basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
Behind every switch you flip, innovation is at work. NPPD is using advanced technology to generate and deliver the reliable energy you have come to expect. Like AI-driven platforms to optimize energy generation, drones for infrastructure inspection, advanced metering for faster outage detection, and helping advance carbon capture and sequestration technologies. It's not just electricity we are delivering, it's innovation, powering the state, empowering your life. Nebraska Public Power District.
The Seed House, located in O'Neill, is your Nebraska-owned full-service seed supplier. From corn and soybeans to cover crops, grass seed, and CRP grasses, they have the full lineup to fit your operation. The Seed House also offers agronomy services, seed treatment, soil fertility guidance, and expert crop recommendations tailored to your acres. When it comes to growing success from the ground up, trust local experience. Contact Don and the crew at the Seed House, located in O'Neill, Nebraska, and plant with confidence this season.
Levi Webb, not a bad first quarter, 9 points for the junior. The Titans shooting 69% from the field.
Johnson just about matching him, going 3 for 4 for 8 points.
Thunderbirds shooting 44% from the field as Melcher's unable to hit. And the three falls for Falkenberg, his second.
He's so sneaky the way he, threatens like he's going to post up and then sneaks out beyond the arc. It's not an easy thing to do, be 6'4" and sneaky, get lost in the. There he is again.
Uh-oh. You called it. That's his third. Slipping out to the corner, back-to-back threes. Bellevue West forced to take a timeout here.
Yeah, just once again threatening, and that's where he was. That's that vacant spot filled up by Webb. Webb with the kick out right on the money. Falkenberg knocking him down the corner three.
Don't go anywhere. Class A basketball when we return on NCN.
Big ideas, bold graphics, quality products you're proud to wear. That is Custom Sports. Custom Sports, custom graphics, quality products, and timely service you can count on.
From the heart.
There's Connor Falkenberg. I think you'd say he's heating up, if not quite yet on fire. 3 for 5 from downtown, 9 points.
Also has hauled in 3 rebounds, doing a really nice job of providing just enough post presence to keep the T-Birds honest defensively, but then he leaks out. He has such good guards with their head up the entire way. You watch Levi Webb. The next time he corrals a rebound or he's looking to reverse the court, his head is up on a swivel. He's looking, surveying the entire way.
Titans come out in a 2-3. Drive by Johnson, and we have a foul. Looks like they're going to give it to Alderson.
Bellevue West just kind of working the ball back and forth, forcing the Titans to move their feet defensively. And once you get the defense off the spot, a guy like Bryce Johnson, he will find that crease.
Morrow.
He's been close a couple times. Unable to connect.
Webb in a little trouble, picking up his dribble, and Johnson steals it and gets the easy basket in transition.
Always have to be aware.
Johnson with 10 of Bellevue West's 12 points. Alderson takes on Morrow, denied by Smith in the paint. Up to Johnson in transition again. Ooh, 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, how important was Amari Smith there, defending the rim on one end and giving just enough of a screen was Pierce Parker at the tail end of that one. Obviously, Bryce Johnson looking to attack.
As you mentioned, Johnson also shooting a high clip, 4 of 5 from the field.
Head coach Steve Klein, what a phenomenal job he's done since taking over for the legendary Doug Woodard in Bellevue West.
3rd year since he did take over the helm, and credited
state appearances, right?
Yeah, state appearances, state titles under his belt. Credited, of course, Woodard for the program and culture that had been built, and he had learned under Woodard for a significant amount of time prior to him retiring.
Yeah, that's the classic of it's not broke, don't fix it. We'll just build off this foundation he's got set up for us.
15-point advantage here for Papillion La Vista South. Our state basketball coverage is presented by Liberty First Credit Union as Morrow gets that one to fall.
That was a really good take to the center of the lane, keeps the ball high, keeps it strong.
And Coach Heiser
30-second
takes a
timeout.
timeout. We'll stay here and would like to remind you that we are on social media everywhere, specifically Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and you're all on the YouTube train. That's where all of our games go right after they take place.
You better believe it. All 6 of our broadcasts are already posted up on NCN Sports Now YouTube channel. Have a couple of shorts featuring those highlights. Obviously, we got the highlights posted on X as well, so it's worth the follow. And, you know, we got our season in rankings and all sorts of good content.
Broadcast schedule for those of you who aren't overly familiar with us tuning in. We televise over 200 games a year, and we put out rankings. We tweet out player of the game interviews, highlights, broadcast schedules, where we're going to be each week, all on that Twitter handle. If you give us a follow now, I will challenge you to do so at NCN Sports sometime now and between halftime. We'll give you a shout-out at the halftime break over the air as Johnson gets the lay-in.
That was so impressive for Morrow. Not only the initial steal, but the way he kept the pressure but backed off and allowed for Bryce Johnson to catch up. That way he had the 2-on-1 and the dump-off pass. And here we go again.
Another one for Johnson. Bell West on an 8-0 run.
Well, it kind of felt like they had to go on a run to close that gap, and they've done that. Still down 9.
Webb stepping back, rims out Morrow with the board. Johnson thought about letting it rip.
I think you could say that just about every time Johnson touches the ball.
He's always thinking about it. Yep. Scores mentality.
Yep.
Parker checks in for Bellevue West. Dak back in. So you see a couple of quick defensive stops. Defense turning into offense. Bell West back in business, back in the game. Currently down 9. And 3 just missing from Schultz.
The senior guard, 6-foot guard, didn't miss it by much.
Almost halfway through this second quarter. It's brought to you by John Henry's as we have a call that will keep the ball here. John Henry's, our family serving yours. Our second quarter sponsor.
P squared. Pierce Parker nearly got the steal. Just got caught on the sideline.
Alderson going at Melcher. And Alderson gets the basket. Coach Klein wanted to jump.
A few people are calling for travel, but I like the no call there. Melcher knocked the ball clear out of his hands. I don't think there was ever a clear tie-up either. Good drive from Alderson. Said that a couple times.
There's Morrow penetrating and kicking back out. Johnson. Webb with the rebound.
Typical 5 out. Just
well, can't do that. Left Webb wide open.
The 2-man game, and then there's Webb on the defensive end.
And now Webb. Miscommunication there.
Dead ball is going to allow for Amari Smith to check back in, the 6'3" junior for the Thunderbirds. Coach, he's just saying, oh, I see you. I'm going to check number 35, Wilson, back into the game then.
Wilson, the 6'4" senior.
You know, when you have two teams that like to get out and play with such high pace, not surprising that every dead ball you see a couple of new, fresh bodies enter into the game.
Smith doing a good job getting the defender in the air and draws the foul.
It's the quick passing that sets that up, Brandon. Getting it around the horn, into the corner. Smith flashes down to the block. Pass right on time. Defense is trying to recover, get over. Been so impressed with that young man, Connor Falkenberg, the 6'4", I might got him listed at 6'6". He's somewhere in that range.
He's tall.
Yeah,
we'll put him in the tall category.
He does a really nice job of providing that post presence, always moving his feet, working away from the basketball, and we've seen that really bode well for the young man as he's able to kind of back it out, get lost in the defense, and have that open jumper at his disposal.
Point advantage for the Titans. 2:37 remaining here in the opening half. And we have a turnover. Our coverage is presented by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. And also presented by Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. A reminder, stay tuned for our halftime show where we will check out all of our halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones.
Parker, a little bit of a savior there, retaining the possession or saving the possession for the T-Birds.
Morrow passing it off. There's one more pass to Parker. He gets the two.
That was impressive. Didn't quite have the handle, but had enough to get it up off the glass. Bellevue West gets it back within 10.
Webb, kick out. Corner three rattles home.
Yep.
Diego Humbert.
Talked about in the pregame. Once Webb gets going, he starts distributing the ball to all those sharp shooters around the perimeter. Look out.
The Titans are rolling right now, up 13.
I would say Humbert looked pretty comfortable there with that corner three, didn't he?
Senior coming off the bench, just averages a point a game, so he's tripled that.
Obviously has the green light from anywhere.
And Slobodny will check back in for the Titans. One more here for Smith.
Shooters roll, catches the front of the iron. Good rotation, gets it up and over.
Under 90 to play. Inside, Falkenberg.
Yep. That just puts the defense in such a bind there. That time, Bryce Johnson getting caught on a 2-on-1. Do you stick with your guy? Do you peel off? Just got underneath him a little too much.
$11 points here in the half thus far for Connor Falkenberg.
See, and you can't forget about his height. You can't forget that this guy can finish at the rim. So there's no overplaying the kick out.
Puts the lead back to 15 for the Titans. There's Parker knocking it down. Much needed. So Bell West actually 5 of the last 7 they've knocked down, but the Titans have knocked down 4 of 4 prior to that shot. And there's a foul on Webb, or rather Webb is fouled.
Part of his game that gets lost, and we've seen it here in this first half. his ability to snag rebounds, gets good position. Believe it or not, Brandon, I don't think the Bellevue West student section agreed with that call.
I just can't wrap my mind around that. I don't understand.
Two lively, fun, amped up student sections here today.
Webb, a great first half, as you can see, 5 of 6. 5 rebounds, 11 points. About 45 seconds remaining. Melcher going against Falkenberg, back out tomorrow.
Oh, what a flash.
Great pass, and there is Johnson for the easy 2.
Complete breakdown defensively, miscommunication. Johnson flashes free.
16 points already for Johnson. Webb unable to knock it down. Thunderbird ball. A chance here to cut this to 10 or even single digits before the break.
Be quite the boost if they could get this last possession to go for him. Coach Klein.
Morrow finds Johnson, who earns a trip to the line.
Yep. That's a heck of a good play. Good pace. Morrow able to get baseline here, and when that happens, that's when the breakdown starts. A little handoff pass.
Instant replay brought to you by the Lincoln Airport. Book now at lincolnairport.com. Stay tuned for our halftime show, brought to you by RMV Construction, trusted, local, proven in Kearney and in Lincoln, and also Nebraska Farm Bureau. Our halftime show just around the corner.
Johnson knocks down the first.
All right, back to 10. And that will take us to halftime. The defending champs, Papillion La Vista South, leading by 10, but Bryce Johnson, nearly 20 points for the Thunderbirds in the first half. 3-pointers have been falling for the Titans. They're hoping more will be on the other side of halftime. We'll be back with our halftime show here on News Channel Nebraska.
Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
My name is Grace Mahoney. My grandpa, he had to have heart surgery, but his kidney.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. Bank of the Valley, together we go further. And by Scotty's Ranchland Foods, Highway 20 in Valentine, Nebraska.
More than 1,900. Yes, our general surgeons, including Dr. Ryan Gary in Norfolk, performed more than 1,900 colonoscopies last year, helping to keep our community healthy. A colonoscopy is a simple, safe, quick, painless, and one of the most effective ways to prevent colon cancer. If you're age 45 or have a family history, it's time to schedule. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk office at 402-844-8110. Colonoscopy screenings are one more way the Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk location offers so much care, so close to home.
this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
Growing up, I didn't have much of a relationship with God. When I was in my mid-20s, a very close friend of mine died, and I feel like...
Our halftime show is brought to you by RMB Construction and by Nebraska Farm Bureau.
Welcome back. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen. 38-28 your score at halftime between Papillion La Vista South and Bellevue West. Andy, thoughts? What did you see? Papillion La Vista South, they could not miss.
The Titans are just making offense look a little too easy because Bellevue West is playing pretty good defense for the most part. But, you know, every once in a while, good defense gets beaten by great offense, and that's what we saw in the first half.
Look at the stats from the first half. Now, bright spot for Bellevue West was Bryce Johnson, who has 18 points, but here's how things broke down. Fairly even on the rebounding side of things. Field goals, it's come a little bit back to the mean, but Papillion La Vista South was shooting like 70%.
Yeah, I think you got to look at that 5 for 10 on the three-pointers there for Papillion La Vista, doing a really nice job with the dribble drive, the kick out, and we talked about in the pregame, they have multiple guys that can knock down shots from beyond the perimeter. Thunderbirds are going to have to run them off that three-point line a little bit more in the second half.
Let's get ready to take a look at our halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones at their 2 Lincoln locations and Grand Island. So with that, our halftime highlights as we jump right in, and it did not take long for the Titans to get going. Connor Falkenberg, he knocked down 3 threes in the first half. The first 4 shots of the game went down, and they were all threes, 2 from each team. Johnson, far and away, leading the Thunderbirds. He's doing great, but I think he's going to need a little help from a few others.
Yeah, they're going to have to need a secondary scorer to step up. I'm looking at Morrow. You can look at Smith. Somebody has to step up for the Thunderbirds offensively.
Right now it's Parker who has 6 behind Johnson's performance. Falkenberg caught fire in that second quarter. He had 2 threes back-to-back in the second. He has 12 total points. He has been an issue along with Levi Webb, but as Bellevue West went on a little run late in the second quarter to cut this thing back to 10, it had grown to up to 17 at one point.
But right there's the difference, how you're having Webb get his teammates involved. He's not just all doing it on himself, carrying the entire load, getting multiple guys in on the scoring.
And there's another basket by Falkenberg to round out our halftime highlights. We are 7 minutes out from third quarter action. Let's send it to the third member of our broadcast team, Michael Shively, for this report.
Joel Heiser is Papio South basketball. An assistant coach for the Titans was quoted saying that to the school paper this winter. They're going to have a new identity, though, moving forward, as Coach Heiser is set to retire at the end of this season, which he hopes will last another day. He is Papio South basketball simply because he's the only head coach the Titans have ever known. He took over in that position when the school opened in 2003. Coaching has been a part of his life since before that, though. His dad, Jerry, a longtime head coach at the University of Nebraska, Kearney State College from 1970 to 1996. The Heiser family continuing the tradition as well. His son, Jalen, is the head coach at Fremont. Right now, Coach Heiser not too concerned about the end of his career. He says he'll turn the page when that moment comes, but right now he's coaching with gratitude and savoring the moment on the bench. He commands great respect in Class A basketball circles. As a matter of fact, Coach Steve Klein of Bellevue West says Coach Heiser, one of the people he respects the most in this business, says they're good friends, and it's even kind of hard knowing that he could be the guy that ends Coach Heiser's career. Coach Klein saying Coach Heiser's the type of guy that'll text you congratulations when your team does well. The Titans are hoping they get one more game out of their legendary head coach, who has 275 career wins, 5 trips to state, and last year's state title. One half at least remaining in the legendary head coach's career. And that'll be coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Is brought to you by RMV Construction and by Nebraska Farm Bureau.
In the heart of every community, caring comes naturally. At Nebraska Farm Bureau Health Plans, we are your neighbors, your friends, and partners in health. We believe everyone deserves the very best care tailored to your unique needs. Become a valued member of our family, and we'll take care of you and yours. Together, we care. Together, we grow. Together, we thrive. Nebraska Farm Bureau Health Plans. Plan on us.
NCN Sports is brought to you by William Crowder Company and Crowder Home Center in O'Neill, Nebraska. And by Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Updating your home? Start at Crowder's Home Center in O'Neill, the store with everything under one roof. From brand new KitchenAid appliances to beautiful LVT flooring and fresh paint colors that bring your space to life. Or soften things up with a Sutherland mattress, pillows, sheets, and plush Caraloha bamboo towels. Whether it's one room or the whole house, make it simple, make it stylish, make it happen at Crowder's Home Center in O'Neill, where service is a family tradition.
Welcome back. It's time for our RMV Construction halftime show endorsement, brought to you by RMV Construction. If you're looking for a construction project, they're the company you need to call, as RMV has proudly constructed more than 50 WIC buildings across the state, including this one north of Amherst. Now, WIC buildings are post-framed, pre-engineered metal building systems made with better materials for a better building. RMV Construction will help you expand your ag operation, create your next barn dominium, or develop commercial space by constructing a WIC building with unmatched durability, energy efficiency, and design flexibility. RMV Construction, with offices in Kearney and in Lincoln. Trusted, local, and proven. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you alongside Michael Shively. Let's talk about those social media handles, Andy, one more time. We pumped our X at the third quarter. Said, follow us, we'll give you a shout-out. And we promised we would. So Zachary Moore giving us a follow at NCN Sports. Also, Elisa Jensen. I want to make sure I get that right. Whitney, Kayla, and Mike Brandt, and Coach Wiz, all giving us a follow at NCN Sports. Again, we televise 200 games a year. We tweet out our broadcast schedule, where we'll be each and every week. We do the highlights, the interviews. As you mentioned, Andy, we do rankings. We'll have our end-of-season rankings being published on Monday. It's a good handle to have a pulse on if you like high school, college, or professional sports in Nebraska.
Say, you better believe it. Get up on your soapbox. I mean, everything from Wayne State College, University of Nebraska, at Kearney, football, volleyball games. Volleyball, you're talking Supernovas. Nebraska's first professional volleyball team, and what a team it is this year, featuring the free agent Merritt Beeson. I think people around Nebraska recognize that name.
Fairly familiar.
A few, give or take 200 high school football, basketball, volleyball games, baseball, softball. I'd say it's worth the follow.
And most recently, we'll be getting ready for baseball and soccer coming up this spring, but not before we get through the rest of the day and semifinal Friday. Here's how the bracket looks. Southwest with that 3-point victory over Westside. The winner of this one gets the Silverhawks into the championship, as Lincoln Southwest trying to be the first Lincoln team in Class A to get it done since the early 2000s. With that, we're getting ready for this third quarter. Let's head once again to Michael Shively for this coach's report.
offense to their teams at halftime for Papillion La Vista South and Coach Joel HIGHSCHOOL. He says Bellevue West is just so fast, it's critical that we find them in transition. For Steve Klein of Bellevue West, he says simply in the half court, we've got to guard better. They figured it out a little bit in the second quarter, got themselves back into the game, but he says they really need to go on a run to start the third quarter, and they're going to do it by getting stops. Guys, enjoy the second half.
Thank you, Michael. Makes sense to me. You need to get some stops, knock down a few more shots.
You know, it always sounds good, but it's so much easier said than done.
That's why the coaches get paid the big bucks. Anyone can say what you need to do, but it's the getting the players to do and execute.
There it is. There's the stop that Bellevue West is looking for.
The stop and the basket and a chance for a three-point play. It's like Coach Klein knows what he's doing.
And who else? Bryce Johnson with another takeaway. Gets right into that attack mode, gets to the rim, draws the foul. Look at that little hesitation at the end there, when that kind of guaranteed that there was going to be some contact as Webb was trailing the whole way.
20 points here for Johnson, make it 21.
But this is what you're looking for if you're a Bellevue West fan. You get a stop on defense, a run out, three-point play, the old-fashioned three-point play on offense. Yeah, and if I'm head coach Joel HIGHSCHOOL or anybody over there for Papillion La Vista South, you don't feel too comfortable with just a 10-point lead against Bellevue West because you know how fast they can score.
Foul on the other end committed by Smith. We'll send Falkenberg to the charity stripe.
He's pretty good off the dribble, isn't he?
We've seen him do it from beyond the arc. We've seen him do it inside again, getting into the paint.
That time just using that quick first step, drawing himself back towards the center of the court.
Coach HIGHSCHOOL said, you know, we love Falkenberg. He came in under the radar, though. He's not one of those AAU guys who's doing the summer ball like crazy. He's just someone who's worked his tail off, is extremely coachable, diligent, and has the body size and the framework to mold.
Yeah.
And that's how he's gotten to where he's at currently.
Yeah, it always helps when you're 6'6".
Never a bad thing.
But he's obviously spent some time in the gym. Sweet looking shot. Good footwork.
And Morrow unable to get that. Loose ball grabbed by Beckenauer. Titans trying to get this back to double digits. Does it.
Just look at the spacing there for the Titans. They get it into Webb and everyone clears out. There's that secondary scoring option that Thunderbirds were looking for.
First basket of the day for Melcher.
That's kind of shocking.
And we know he can get going. Averages 11 a contest. A three-point shooter. Back inside to Webb. Two more.
You know, it's easy if you're a Bellevue West fan saying, how can he get open? How can 12, Levi Webb, the guy that pours in about 20 a night, how does he free himself up like that? It's the movement away from the basketball.
And we have a foul on the rebound against the Titans.
Yeah, really got to credit Parker being a warrior in there. Battling for each and every rebound. There he is in the center of your screen, number 1-4.
And straight up defense there by Slobodny, forcing the miss. Webb thought about it, Falkenberg rather. And that was the hustle from Johnson to force the travel.
He's still shaking up a little bit. I don't know if he got poked in the eye. But good on Johnson getting back, really disrupting that pass or shot attempt
Morrow gets around Alderson.
Boy, that was a tough angle. Still able to put that English, a touch on the ball, kissing it off the window. You know, so a lot of things have gone right here in the second half to open things up for Bellevue West. You know, you're seeing multiple scorers getting involved. Morrow, Johnson, of course, right away getting into it. But on the other end, Titans are still getting to their spots, still getting their shots. Webb finds himself back at the foul line.
$16 points and counting for Webb. $45-35 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15. And Philip at your nearest A stop today. Brandon Axemit, Andy Klassen, Michael Shively with you for the second Class A semifinal on News Channel Nebraska.
And this is where the Titans want to keep it. 10, 11 points, 12 points. Really force the T-Birds, you know, to come uphill, work uphill throughout the rest of the second half.
Another foul on the rebound, and that will put Parker at the line. So that is the third personal on Falkenberg.
Oh. Could be a big developing storyline to this game. But okay, I mean, if you're the Thunderbirds, now you have Morrow, Melcher, Parker getting involved on the scoring end.
And Parker with 7.
Oh.
Stay with the Titans. Coach Klein trying to persuade the officials to change their call.
What I appreciate about that is, you thought it went off the other guy, but right away, rather than staying on the officials, he looks to bark out orders to his team.
Nearing the halfway point here in the third. Falkenberg still in.
5 out wide once again here. Typical set here for the Titans.
Sometimes you just have to tip the cap. That was excellent offense by Webb. Melcher gets the shooter's roll from deep.
It's okay to use the glass every now and then on that three-point shot. Got the front of the iron.
Back cut Slobodny. One final pass to the corner. He gets the rebound after falling to the ground. Here's Webb, unimpeded to the glass.
And you could just feel the sigh come out from the Bellevue West fans as soon as he curled around, did Webb, and get that ball going downhill towards the left side of the lane.
10 points for Webb in the quarter, 22 in the game up to this point. Parker grabs his own miss. Again, gets it, tries to keep it in. Titan ball.
Love the effort. Parker's going to get a breather. Smith is checked back in.
Alderson, guarded by Morrow. Scramble for it. This will be a jump. Bellevue West ball.
That's something you just cannot lose sight of, is what an elite defender Bryce Johnson is. Tying that ball up once again. Multiple bodies hitting the deck. But it remains a 10-point lead for the Papillion La Vista South Titans.
10-point game, which is the same as it was when we started the third quarter. Bellevue West up to this point been unable to really cut into the lead. Good pass, Johnson, Melcher, the lay-in.
Nice cut, phenomenal pass, bounce pass through traffic. Morrow had to get that one up on the rim in a hurry.
And then there's a cut by Alderson. Thunderbirds have 4 on 3. Johnson loses it. Now you have Alderson. Melcher going to try to stop him. He's called for the foul.
It appeared about the three-point line. Melcher made his mind up. You are not getting a free pass, a free lay-in. It's only his second. Keith Melcher with a hard foul.
Alderson so far with 6 points tonight. Strong on the first. Alderson just one of those athletes. Coach Heiser said, a three-sporter, not one of those people who specialize. That athletic ability obviously pays off on the basketball court.
Kind of a developing pattern here between Alderson, Falkenberg, multi-sport athletes, guys that don't just focus everything on one sport. And I got to say, I really like that. I appreciate that because I just think youth athletics, high school, middle school, while you still got it, use it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Try basketball, play baseball, go out to football, whatever floats your boat. Rowing, right?
Tennis, golf.
Do it all.
Yeah. Bowling. We're just going down the list now. Track is something we'll be televising this spring. State championships as well, as there's a 3 on the way. Gets out tomorrow. Off the mark. Another jump. It'll be Papillion La Vista South.
Morrow stepped into that 3, but Doc closed out just enough to kind of, I think, alter that three-point shot after the offensive rebound and kick out.
And Sablat Nihuri enters. Titans still keeping the Thunderbirds at arm's length.
And they're changing things up, now going to the full court, man-to-man.
2 shots coming up for Webb.
It's almost like Webb was, you're really going to try and pick me up 90 feet away from the hoop?
There is Levi Webb sliding into your living room. He mentioned in the pregame, an energetic player.
There it is. NCN Sports Now
There we go.
fan out in the stands. Where do you get that type of merch, that swag?
We had the 8 or 9-year-old kids wearing the yellow jackets in the Auburn game. Hats being sported. It's funny though, talking about Webb, Coach Heiser said he's that old school player. He sort of has that chip on his shoulder, but he's not afraid of that mid-range jumper. You have the people who like the long ball or want to get to the rack. He's perfected that mid-range shot, which we have seen several times this afternoon. Well-rounded, what they call that.
Oh, very much so. And that mid-range jump, a lot of times it's a fadeaway. I mean, it's just, how do you defend that?
If someone had the answer, they'd be a rich person. Yes, there's a great take by Johnson. Chance for the and one. And 3-point play complete. 24 points for Johnson.
They've been able to get here a couple times, close it within 8. And been able to get much closer than that.
And there's Webb again, drawing the foul.
You know, and just good on the Titans. They got the switch. They got the matchup they're looking for. And once again, look at the spacing there. Everyone clears out and allows Levi Webb the entire half of that court to work with. Morrow's going to check back in. Number 2, point guard, T-Birds.
We have 9 of 12 from the field. 24 points. And 25.
Couple substitutions here, causing a pause in the play. Just over a minute to go.
Johnson on the backdoor cut. Gets Webb in the air. 2 more points for Johnson.
Pass right to the rim. Difficult shot, but Johnson, he's okay closing out tough shots.
We have these two dueling. Webb with 25, Johnson with 26. Shot clock winding down. Step back from Webb. Good hands.
Oh, and good awareness.
Schultz up to Johnson. There's 28 for Johnson. Thunderbirds have cut it to 5.
They switched to the 2-3 zone. That left Schultz down there underneath the rim, and then the awareness, the look ahead, finding Johnson down the center.
Slobodny with the triple. Melcher gives it a shot. Do we have a foul?
We do. I think Melcher's going to the line for 3.
3 shots to round out the quarter.
Well, the official's going to talk it over here. I mean, Melcher was looking for that foul. And I think he got himself in position to draw that whistle. Well, that was just a heads-up play.
A lot happening. You have Johnson getting the lane to think, all right, it's a 5-point game. Then Webb finds Slobodny for a 3. So then you think they have the momentum going into the 4th. Bellevue West a chance to negate the 3 at the line here if Melcher hits them all.
I think that was the first thing we said at the top of the broadcast. Get ready for a track meet.
And that is what we have seen. So 0.3 seconds to go. As we have 3 free throws here, Melcher gets the first.
Boy, and this would feel really good here if they could close the gap, get it to a 2-possession game heading into the 4th. Melcher had to step away from the line there. I don't think I think even he was shocked.
Yeah. A little too relaxed. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's all right. You got one more to make it right.
Titan student section reminding him he missed that last one.
So it'll be a 7-point advantage for Papillion La Vista South. Heading to the 4th. Class A. Titans battling the Thunderbirds. A trip to the state championship on the line. This is semifinal Friday on News Channel Nebraska.
All right, I'm John Stewart. I served almost 27 years in the Air Force.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Auto Central in Kearney. From cost-effective daily drivers to luxury cars that match your style, Auto Central is sure to have the ride you're looking for. Ignite the fire and find peace. And by Union Bank and Trust. Your money has people.
Welcome back. Brandon Axelman, Andy Klassen with you here on News Channel Nebraska. Fourth quarter, here we come. It's brought to you by National Land Realty. Find land for sale at nationalland.com.
Okay, well, here we go. Melcher was able to steal a point there at the end of that third period. Possession arrow points the way of Bellevue West, so they get a chance for a little 2-for-1 action. And close this to that two-possession game that they've been looking to do.
And this fourth quarter brought to you by National Land Realty as we get another basket by Johnson, who's having one heck of a game.
See how we just accelerated to the rim.
$30 points for Johnson. 57-52.
Bellevue West is in a man-to-man. There's a decisive mismatch. There it is right there as far as size is concerned.
Melcher on Webb, just a tad short. Johnson up to Morrow. Back to Johnson. Finds Melcher in the corner. Here we go, 2-point game.
Did you feel that rhythm? How they got into that groove. Pass is on point. And here goes Melcher. Corner three right on time. And just like that, we got a 2-point game.
When quality matters, it starts at Scotty's Ranchland Foods in Valentine. They're known for the highest quality beef, carefully aged to perfection, alongside fresh, vibrant produce, and a deli famous for fresh, never frozen fried chicken. It's quality you can see.
Welcome back. Well, we mentioned the Thunderbirds are probably going to need someone else to step up. Johnson's still going strong with 30, but Melcher, after being scoreless in the first half, now with 11 here since the break. Most recently, that 3 being knocked down to cut this to 2.
Yeah, that just felt like a momentum-shifting type of a play there. Good timeout from head coach Joel Heiser. You don't want to allow Bellevue West to get any kind of momentum.
Nearly stolen by Parker, but he stepped out, so it'll stay with Papillion La Vista South.
Boy, and throughout much of that third period, Papillion La Vista South, they were able to keep, the Thunderbirds at arm's length. 10-point, 12-point lead for most of the way.
It was a 10-point game at half, a 10-point game for the majority of the third. Bellevue West cut into it a little bit towards the end, and now after a couple of baskets here, a 5-0 run to start the fourth, here we are. Turnaround jumper as the shot clock expires. And a foul.
And you could just feel the defensive intensity gone up a couple notches here for Bellevue West. There's Parker working the boards, but that was excellent defense by Amari Smith. Sticking with Valkenburg.
So a chance here to tie or even take the lead for Bell West. Here early in the fourth, Parker penetrates, gets it off the glass. We're tied at 57.
I mean, he was energized after that defensive play. The guy on fire, get him the ball.
Nearly turned over, but it's staying here.
But how many times have we seen that throughout the course of this season? The guy makes a play on the defensive end. He takes that momentum, that positive momentum, and it translates on the offensive end. You just saw that from Pierce Parker. Nifty little lane on the other end.
And a foul against the Thunderbirds.
Pretty good option, you know, if you're the Titans. Just get the ball to 12. Tell them, Mr. Webb, would you just create? We'll clear out the lane for you.
Just do what you do.
Yep. A little short on the front end.
Our state basketball coverage, it's presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Class A battle between Papillion La Vista South and Bellevue West for a trip to the state championship. Webb picks the pocket of Johnson. And Johnson recovers. Good defense at staying with the Titans.
My goodness, you can't play that Euro step, that little hesitation at the end there, any better than what Johnson just did here. Keeps his feet, gives that space, doesn't allow for the contact.
We near 5 minutes to go. Falkenberg was calling for it. Titans decide to reset Webb at the top of the key.
It was 5 out.
Ferretz worked inside to Falkenberg, who's doubled. Back out to Alderson. May have been partially blocked. Bellevue West with it. Now Morrow. Back out to Melcher. Melcher.
Oop.
Smith with the board and the putback.
Oh, Smith not giving up on the play. You know, twice there you had guys driving in, looking for the dish, nothing developing. That's okay. Number 5, Amari Smith making it happen with the offensive board and putback.
Sports Center, getting you back in the game. Ignite the fire and find peace. And by The Seed House in O'Neill, Nebraska. A seed for every need.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
Welcome back. Here we go. 4 minutes and change at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Class A semifinal Friday. Thunderbirds and Titans squaring off in a game as we have a basket by Alderson that Papillion La Vista South led by double digits for a majority of, but the Thunderbirds have come storming back. Every Titan ball here.
Yeah, Bellevue West had the lead there, Brandon, for, I don't know, about 5 seconds. What a difficult shot, though, knocked down by the point guard, senior Brady Alderson. Schultz, I think he got a hand on it even.
Alderson skip pass across, wide open three. Slobodny with the board. Scramble, Webb gets it. Smith, tough defense. Webb off. Webb still gets it. Slobodny keeps
There
it
he
alive.
is.
The Titans getting multiple opportunities on this possession.
Twice, Slobodny came up huge with offensive rebounds. Just a workhorse.
Good defense by the Thunderbirds.
Doing a fantastic job denying any of that penetration.
Slobodny shot blocked by Smith.
Boy, Smith has made some huge defensive plays here in the fourth.
Melcher.
Oh.
His shot was blocked.
Alderson again.
And Slobodny gets in on the block. Foul is called. Foul is called against the Titans.
I think they're looking at that late shove there from Slobodny, getting his body into Smith. Smith was trying to keep himself in bounds. Clean block right here. We're just kind of rushing him. See that? Oh, yeah, even extended the arms a little bit into the chest.
Third personal on Slobodny.
Oh, he does so much, so many of the little things for the Titans.
Wide open corner three.
Uh-oh, we got a run out.
To Parker. Thunderbirds back on top.
Looks like Parker might have twisted his ankle a little bit. Gonna have to play through some pain here on this defense. Trying to make this defensive stand.
Alkenberg, his first field goal of the half.
Coach Heege was going to call a quick timeout. That was a big time. Back down on your defender. Ho, ho, ho. Dribble. Nothing but nylon. We'll be right back.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The HEI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Rookie. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
Welcome back, Pinnacle Bank Arena. Bellevue West and Papillion La Vista South. I get it. I think these students, they're exhausted.
They are, well, for good reason. I mean, going back and forth here. A little bit of nervousness from both sides. One thing's for sure, they're both pretty loud.
There they go. There they go. Trip to state on the line. And specifically the state championship tomorrow. Who will get Lincoln Southwest? It's anybody's guess here with 1:49 to go.
Under 2 minutes, 1 point game. This game has lived up to the hype.
Johnson with 30 points and counting for the Thunderbirds.
A good battle. That's how big Slobodny is in keeping himself out of foul trouble. Working the glass.
Nearing the minute mark. Melcher out on Alderson. Slobodny cutting along the baseline.
Oh.
Falkenberg. Good defense by Morrow.
That was excellent help defense by Morrow. Could feel the drive. Came over and helped out.
All right. Got a 20-second, 21-second difference. Shot and game clock. Bellevue West needing a basket. Clearly they are fouled. That is the third team foul for Papillion La Vista South, excuse me. Well, you're going to want to be sure to stay tuned for our post-game show that will include our Nebraska Orthopedic Center player of the game interview at Nebraska Orthopedic Center. They're your healing destination.
We only have about 10 names to shuffle through who could be player of the game, although we do have a couple at the top. There's one of them.
Johnson. Pass is stolen by Webb. Webb is fouled. That's the second Bellevue West foul. They'll need 3 more before it puts the Titans in the bonus.
Couple of big things there. Excellent job cutting off the drive, but then the perimeter defenders taking away the kick out, particularly on number 4 right there, Keaton Melcher, one of the guys they are always looking for that three-point shot.
Inbound nearly stolen.
Bellevue West still has a couple fouls to give here. That'll only be the third. Parker re-enters the game, giving him some more length. He's going to guard the inbounder.
Looking for Webb. Coach Heiser takes a timeout.
He didn't want that to get close to that 5-second mark. He called that at about 3.
Full timeout. We'll take one as well. 22.5 to go. 1-point game here at PBA. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
It's the Declaration of Deal sales event. Head to William Crowder Company in O'Neill, your trusted Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership with the selection you want and the service you deserve. From powerful new Ram trucks to adventurous Jeeps and family-ready SUVs. William Crowder Company is also your local marine center, featuring Lund boats built for fishing, fun, and making memories on the water, with several options for the serious fisherman or woman. William Crowder Company in O'Neill. Drive it, tow it, boat it, and love it.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
At first, I was really...
Welcome back. Dramatic finish here in the second Class A semifinal of the day. Winner gets Lincoln Southwest tomorrow afternoon.
Oh no, he was on the line.
Inbounded, and out of bounds was the foot of Falkenberg. Bellevue West.
How many times over the years have Bellevue West and their on-ball pressure, their defense, constant pressure, pay dividends? Oh, big time. Obvious foot over the line, out of bounds.
You go from feeling great about your position to having things entirely flip-flopped if you're the Titans. Another timeout now taken.
Yeah, Bellevue West, it just kind of feels like their offense has gotten a little predictable down the stretch here. Those multiple guards, they get that penetration, they get inside, but then we're not having multiple guys slashing to the rim, flashing open. Got to be a little bit more movement away from the ball. I got to think that's what head coach Steve Klein and his crew, what they're preaching right now as he's drawing something up to finish out the final 21.9 seconds of this one. Shot clock turned off. And I don't know if you can count on trying to hold it for the last shot, because I don't know if the Titans will allow you to do that. They like to get after you defensively. And I think if I was Papillion La Vista South, head coach Joel Heiser, I kind of want to force the issue too. I do not want Bellevue West to feel comfortable, hold the ball, think that they can just run the clock out and look for that final shot.
Both teams with 3 fouls, neither in the bonus.
You know, and if I'm Bellevue West, I might just want to take my first good look, not worry about the clock, just get after it, get into our offense.
Johnson trips, goes down, and turns it over. Back to the Titans.
Yeah, Bellevue West was looking to get in that offensive set in a hurry. Johnson just kind of tripped his feet up a little bit, threw the whole thing off.
He stepped on Alderson's foot there. It got him off balance. Forced the turnover, so now the Titans try to inbound, and there's the quick foul. Next foul will be free throws.
A couple costly turnovers.
Man.
Teams at the end.
That is the 4th personal on Morrow.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me? Another turnover.
It's just amazing. Neither team has had any trouble, any issue inbounding the basketball until the final 20 seconds.
And that's Webb. That's who you want to get the ball to.
Oh.
And we're going to take another timeout.
Full timeout.
Holy
Bellevue
cow.
West.
We're going to take a full timeout as well. 15.7 to go. Do not go anywhere. Dramatic finish coming up here on NCN.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The HEI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruki. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
NCN Sports is brought to you by...
Welcome back. Be sure to stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by Custom Sports. From screen-printed T-shirts to sublimated jerseys, they have what your team needs to look great. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com. Wild finish to this one.
Yeah.
Turnovers all over the place.
You know, and I got to think that Coach Klein is saying, we want to play fast, but we don't want to be hurried up. Follow? Like that last time, I think we just kind of hurried ourselves up, caused a turnover, turned the ball over, gave it back to the Titans. We, returned the favor, and now we're in a prime position here to take that lead back.
Inbound goes to Morrow. Denied by Falkenberg.
That was just phenomenal defense. Staying with his guy across the lane. Now it's clear as day, all ball. Okay, 10 seconds left. Here we go. Inbounds underneath the rim.
And it's denied. Deflected by Beckenauer.
You didn't know how difficult it was to inbounds a basketball, did you?
Both teams clamping down defensively. Inbound to Melcher. Webb's out on him. It's a foul. That's all right. They had one to give, so now it's bonus the rest of the way, both teams.
Well, they have 2 to give. Was that only their 4th?
Both teams, now with 4. So the next one will be bonus.
That really isn't a bad foul. Some clock trickled off. Now you get to reset your defense.
Inbound. Blocked. Denied by Slobodny. It's Titan ball. Defense denying the Thunderbirds in the final seconds.
Oh my goodness. Parker flashed open. What a pass from Johnson.
Slobodny got his fingertips on it. The Titans will take a timeout.
Oh my goodness. A lot of things happening there, but if I'm Bellevue West, I'm pretty gosh darn happy getting the ball that close to the rim to a player, a finisher like Pierce Parker. Yeah, but I think Kenyon Slobodny, that was a huge play there at the end, coming over, helping out. As you mentioned, might have got his hand on it just a little bit.
This last 20 seconds feels like it's been an entire game.
And just how about the shifts and emotions from sideline to sideline? You think, oh, Papillion La Vista South, they're in the driver's seat. Oh, no, they're not. They just gave back and forth we go.
$1.9 remaining. One-point lead for the Titans. Led by as many as 15 in this one, but Bellevue West stormed back here in the second half.
Stole the lead for a little bit in
Took
fourth.
the lead, yeah. Oh, we have a foul on the inbound. And it'll be free throws. It was on Smith, 10 there for the hold before the ball was thrown in.
Not all bad. Not all bad if you're Bellevue West as far as, you know, things that could happen.
No time comes off the clock.
Yep. Putting a little bit of pressure back on the Titans. Levi Webb doesn't seem to mind the pressure.
30-second timeout, Bellevue West.
Last timeout for Bellevue West to talk out scenarios. What do you do?
I'm kind of interested to see if Levi Webb tries to miss this intentionally. Only 1.9. I mean, that would be miraculous. I mean, it would be wild regardless. But if you make this, you're allowing for a full court type of a pass and a possible, you know, a decent enough look, a runner, a catch and shoot type of scenario to unfold. You brick this one, you're going to have to gather that, find a shoot like this. A lot of things to happen in less than 2 seconds. But I just don't know if you can convince a guy like Levi Webb. Could you miss a free throw for me? Could you miss one?
Well, we'll see what transpires. I think I'm kind of in your boat. You miss it, there's no chance, really, Bellevue West. You think no chance they make a three off in this. We'll see what he does here. All right. A chance to chuck it down court with a quick three. That's the look you want. Morrow is blocked. Blocked on the shot. The Titans are returning to the state championship game for the second consecutive year and will have an opportunity to defend their title.
Just a fantastic defensive stand to close this one out. It was their defense that allowed them to build that 15-point lead throughout the first and second half, and it's fitting that the defense is what punches the final ticket on their way back to the finals.
What a game. We have much more to cover in our postgame. Don't go anywhere. Papillion La Vista South is heading back to the Class A state championship. 64-61 your final. We'll be back.
and oil make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. Bank of the Valley, together we go further. And by Scotty's Ranchland Foods, Highway 20 in Valentine, Nebraska.
Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Hello, this is Greg from Family Physical Therapy. We've grown a lot since we opened our doors in 1993, but our philosophy remains to provide excellent patient care above all else. Our patients are greeted with smiles, and our therapists are driven by their patients' success and achieving goals. We provide physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy to those of all ages. Family Physical Therapy has locations across Nebraska. Stop by a clinic near you today.
The post-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com.
Ann has been a long-time UBT customer. One day, she was being scammed. We secured her funds and got her set up with new accounts. I just think, if my grandma was in that situation, what would I want someone to do for her?
I hope he doesn't mind that I give him a hug, too.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Auto Central in Kearney. From cost-effective daily drivers to luxury cars that match your style, Auto Central is sure to have the ride you're looking for. Ignite the fire and find peace. And by Union Bank and Trust. Your money has people. From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Coach Joel Heiser with me. Congratulations, Coach. That was a dramatic game. Up 17 in the first half. You lose the lead in the fourth quarter, but get the win. How did your team get it done in the end?
You would have to bring up that 17-point lead, but we knew they were not going to go away. They were just a tremendous team. And so our emphasis all year has just been strong R's. We want to have responses when things go awry, and several times they're late. In those huddles, we knew we had to come up with big stops. We had some special situation breakdowns there, but that's what you got to go against with this type of team. And so we're just really happy with how some of these guys responded with some big plays down the stretch. Had a block shot, Levi knocking down the free throws. So we'll take any win it takes, any way we do it to get in the finals, no doubt.
Well, you got to the finals and won it all last year. Didn't bring much back this season. I don't think others expected you to return. How has this team come together to get to this moment?
Yeah, there's been a lot of doubt about us, and yet, these guys have only grown closer together throughout the year. We mentioned it earlier that we have not been able to guard very well in December, and each month we've gotten better and better. I thought our effort tonight at the defensive end was just fantastic. They are a hard team to guard. They get to the paint, and obviously that will be the same case tomorrow.
Tell me about Levi Webb. Phenomenal outing from him.
Yeah, Levi is just a hooper. He just loves to get in the gym and play. He has such joy when he plays, whether it's in front of 15,000 people or whether he's just playing pickup. He just loves to play the game, and I love coaching him.
Well, how about one more game before retirement?
Oh man, it's just a gift. Just very grateful. This is a gift to get to go another day with this team.
Well, congratulations on the win,
Thank you very
Coach.
much. Thank you.
All right, we'll bring in our player of the game now. Levi Webb gets a hug from his coach. Levi, congratulations. You made the game-sealing free throws there. Had a fantastic game, 26 points. But it was in doubt for a moment there in the fourth quarter. What got it done for this team in the end?
I'll just, we trust each other. We're willing to do anything for each other. And I think that's the difference with our team and these other teams. We got guys who, they know their roles. They know what they got to do to get the job done. They might not come out here and, get all the glory, but they're willing to do whatever it takes to get the win. So I think that's what separates us from these other teams.
Bellevue West had chances there in the final 30, 45 seconds, but you guys got stop after stop after stop. How'd you do that?
Just trusting each other and having strong R. We talk about that a lot, having a good response to say something goes bad. I made a mistake, and no one was like, what are you doing? They were picking me up. Hey, you're good. We know next play. So just having that around us, having that base from what we got, that keeps me up, that keeps each other up, so we're ready for anyone.
Your coach is retiring after this next game. What would it mean to send him out with another championship?
I mean, that's the goal. He has done a lot for us. He'll do anything for us. So just kind of having that same mentality for him. Doing anything for him, trying to send him out with a win, which I think we can do.
Well, congratulations. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
The Titans, they're playing for the Class A state championship game.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs. All backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
Fuel up for the big game at Speedy Mart on 238th Street in Greenwood. Open 24 hours. We've got the winning lineup, hot coffee, ice cold drinks, and tasty snacks. Plus, daily specials smoked fresh in our smoker. Need a pit stop? Our bathrooms are the cleanest around. And our friendly staff always makes you feel like part of the home team. Don't get sidelined. Score big on convenience at Speedy Mart, Greenwood.
Visit Wayne State College and you're likely to hear,
I got this.
From students pursuing their careers in nursing.
I got this.
Or in our business and industrial technology programs.
I got this.
Or in NCAA athletics.
You got this.
And especially at graduation.
I got this.
With 130 programs of study, manageable costs, and automatic scholarships for all first-time freshmen, you'll be saying,
I'm so doing this.
Get started at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena. Break before our final two games of the night. Class B on the docket. Two amazing Class A games. It'll be Lincoln Southwest and Papillion La Vista South. Let's take a look at the top plays of the game between Titans of Papillion La Vista South and Bellevue West. 2-seed versus 6-seed. Papillion La Vista South, the defending Class A champs, taking on the Thunderbirds, a perennial power. Make it to the state championship seemingly about every year. 5 of the last 6, they have been in the finals. Starting things off early, nobody could miss. 3-pointer knocked down by Connor Falkenberg. We had 2 threes from each team knocked down on the first 4 shots. Early on at 6-3, Papillion La Vista. Kick to the corner. There's a 3-pointer knocked down by Bryce Johnson, who was on fire all night long for Bellevue West. But the Titans, they got up early in the first quarter, a 9-point advantage after Levi Webb knocks down the mid-range jumper. We head to the second. Papillion La Vista South up 21-10. Second quarter, Titans continue to roll. Falkenberg hit a couple triples from the corner. Had 3 threes in that first half alone. It's 24-10. The Titans rolling, shooting about 70% from the field and feeling pretty good. Levi Webb leading the charge. Now inside to Falkenberg, who draws the foul. Count the basket. Titans continuing to keep Bellevue West at arm's length, still up by double digits at this point. At halftime, it would be 38-28 Titans. Coming out of the break, Bryce Johnson continued to get to the rack. He finished with a game-high 30 points in this one, and the Bellevue West Thunderbirds needed them all. But he also had some assists as well, this time finding the sophomore Keaton Melcher. It would be 57-50, so Bell West cuts into the lead. It's a 7-point advantage for the Titans. Melcher gets hot, knocks down the three early in the fourth, and all of a sudden, after trailing by 17, Bellevue West finds themselves up one halfway through the fourth quarter. Basket made by the Titans as we were trading blows. That was Brady Alderson, 2 of his 9 on the night. We get to the final seconds. A great chance for Bell West to win it with a layup. The shot was blocked. You had great defense by Kenyon Slobodny denying the shot. After free throws, the Thunderbirds still have one final chance. A clean pass to Morrow, and the ball just slips off of his fingertips. That would have been for the tie, but it was not meant to be for the Thunderbirds. Papillion La Vista South is returning to the Class A state final, a chance to defend their title with the 64-61 victory over Bellevue West. Pinnacle Bank Arena clearing out for our intermission before Class B gets ready to go. Here are your stats from that first game. Pretty even across the board when you look at everything statistically. Slight edge to the Titans in the three-point field goal percentage department, 33-25, but this was an evenly matched affair between two great teams. Bellevue West came storming all the way back, eliminated the double-digit deficit, but could not quite overcome the defending champs. So let's look at that bracket and see how Class A has shaken